The Mount Rushmore of WrestleMania stages. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Every pro wrestling fan loves a five-star classic. They love an entrance music they can sing along to. And of course, they like a good stage that they can look at. Myself and NXT are in the hot seat, and we can go through WrestleManias through 1 to 40 and pick the Mount Rushmore, the top 4. And we might give some honorable mentions at the end of the video as well. NXT, thanks for joining us as always. What is your number 1 option on the Mount Rushmore of WrestleMania stages?
Probably my most controversial one. It's WrestleMania 9. It's Caesar's Palace. For the first ever one that they do outside, and the presentation, and the fact that everyone's in togas, and they proper themed that WrestleMania around the location and stuff. And I think it's the only time they've really gone out and out with like ring announcers and stuff being in togas and all that kind of stuff. So for me, I'm going to give it to 9, because I think without that one, I think that's the one that kind of sets it all off for the rest of them, really.
Totally understand you. I mean, the thing is, as a WrestleMania show, it's god awful, but actually for the staging and presentation around it, it's fantastic. And I totally agree with you that for me, honorary mention, it just missed the cut. But I mean, I think it's like you said, from a visual standpoint, it saves this WrestleMania from being the worst of all time, in my opinion. And that's saying something, because it's the second worst of all time, probably, when you look at it in my personal
first.
Yeah, tied first. Yeah, different video. We'll tag that at the end of this one. It's a great looking stage. Do you know what? Another really bad WrestleMania, but has a really nice stage, is WrestleMania 29 in New Jersey, MetLife Stadium. It's the one where the actual MetLife has the Brooklyn Bridge behind it when they're coming out of the entrance, and then when they get to the ring, above the ring is also the Statue of Liberty. I don't know, someone who just loves a bit of New York, that just really gets straight in the feels. But let's not forget, awful show. Alberto Del Rio, Jack Swagger's on this show, for goodness sakes. We've got Ryback, Mark Henry, just to take your fancy as well. But hey, to keep you distracted, you got a nice stage, and looking at the Statue of Liberty, it's not a bad visual. So yeah, just made 29 gets a nod from me.
Dude, if that's your first choice, dude, that's my one as well. I've got WrestleMania 29 as well. I think that it's fantastic, like you said, the way that it's all presented, the Statue of Liberty above the ring, the Brooklyn Bridge, the buildings. I think it's ideally probably the best one they've ever done. It just seems to be a thing. Really crap WrestleManias, really good stage presentation.
Absolutely, indeed there. Well, I'll tell you what, as that's an option for you as well, you have 2, I have 1. I'll go into my next one. And to be honest, I have a feeling that we'll see if this will be on your one or not, because you went with the classic where it sort of began. For me, I would say that WWE after WrestleMania 9 went to arena shows again for many, many years. And the first time they went to go for it once again was WrestleMania X7. Of course, just the big tall stage, quite simplistic for its timing, but it was very representative of the Attitude Era. It was perfect for its time period, and it just had a wow factor when you looked at the wrestlers coming through this big stage that would just change lighting for the wrestlers that was coming out as well. So it just really fit the theme of the show and fit everything that was going on. And yeah, look, I'm a WrestleMania X7 guy. Everything of that show is perfect, including the stage, damn it. Even if it doesn't fit all the letters on the side at the bottom.
It doesn't even make my honorary mentions, if I'm honest, Steve. Like, for me, like, when we was looking at this list, I'm looking purely at presentation aspect, and I think this is probably something where I've missed, is how wrestlers would come out and how the stage and stuff would look with wrestlers. And I think that's one thing I missed, because I find a lot of the stages are pretty much the same. Like, there's some just blocky ones, really, and I've kind of gone like, it's a bit generic and a bit bland, but hey, man, by all means, if you like it, you like it, but it's not even on my honorary mentions.
Totally fair. Well, let's go with what one of your next ones is.
WrestleMania 30, dude, they're just the big 3 X's on the middle of that screen. The symmetry, the presentation, like I love a bit of symmetry in a WrestleMania stage, and when you've got them 3 beautiful big X's on it, it just looks amazing, man. Honestly, I think it must be the color as well, because I'm sure it's like a purple as well. I honestly love WrestleMania 30.
Do you know what? Again, it's an honorary mention for me. You've got to be very careful when you put 3 X's next to one another, how that's going to look for a show. But I'll tell you what, it looked really, really cool. And like when the superstars come out as well, it's something that's sort of pleasing in the background as well. Seeing it there, it's perfectly symmetrized, perfectly put together. Would agree with it. It's definitely certainly within its shout, and I think it's the better of the New Orleans ones. I personally, I was a bigger fan of the 34 one as the 30 one, so I think the 30 ones is a good one indeed. But So then go then to my third option. I'm now going to my top two. So I'm going to go with my second place. WrestleMania 39. WrestleMania goes Hollywood. The big, long, red stage. Arguably like a red carpet. Just the way the whole thing's put together. Damn, it just feels so impressive. So Hollywood. So I don't know, I just was wowed that whole WrestleMania, of course, with the sunlight being in LA as well. I don't know, just something that just lights up. It just feels celebrity, importance, everything about it for me was just very special.
Yeah, it's an honorable mention for me. I know what you mean, the whole feel of it, and it fit the aesthetic of Hollywood in general. Presentation was perfect. Every time you could see, like anytime anyone come out, the multiple screens, it was just well presented, just well done in general. But it's an honorable mention for me.
Absolutely. Everyone felt like a movie star when they were coming out of there, and obviously with the sort of sign poster things that he did for them as well. Just, yeah, it was just really, really, really cool. So you have three, I have three. Let's go with our last option. Do we match or do we not?
No, because you've already said you don't like it. It's WrestleMania 34.
Oh,
I just the whole Mardi Gras theme to 34, I think is great. I think the color schemes, again, purple I think must be a thing for me, but it's like, it's purple, it's green, it's yellow, it's full of vibrancy and color. The mask on the stage, I think, don't get me wrong, again, the WrestleMania card sucks. It's one of my worst WrestleManias, and it just seems to be a running thing. But I think, like I said, the big like Mardi Gras mask, I think it's just beautiful, and it makes itself unique and stands out from every other WrestleMania, which is why I like it.
I will give it a bit of credit. Like, I mean, maybe it's a bit harsh saying I don't like it. It's not as if I don't like it, but compared to 30, I much prefer 30 to 34. If we had to do like a ranking completely of all of them, it would be not near the bottom, because it's like you say, this creative. It does fit the theme, obviously, with New Orleans and stuff like you said there. And yeah, I mean, it's a good stage. It's not one of my favorites. It's not an honorable mention, but certainly I can respect the selection that you've made, because it's certainly unique to its own WrestleMania, even if you wasn't a fan of what you was watching. But for me, then what I'm going to pick as my last on the Mount Rushmore, and I've got to say, I think this is the best WrestleMania stage of all time. WrestleMania 33. It's a freaking roller coaster. It looks incredible as then wrestlers come out. When you see the likes of, Roman Reigns and Undertaker, awful main event, but Jesus, the roller coaster's there in the background. It starts daylight as well, with like your opening matches with Shane McMahon and AJ Styles, and obviously fades its way into the darkness as well. But it's just aesthetically pleasing. It's impressive to make something look so darn impressive with that roller coaster. I mean, how much time and effort must have gone into craft that bloody thing? It's just so special, so unique, and for me, I think it's head and shoulders above every other stage that WrestleMania's ever done.
Now, if I remember correctly, this is the Hardy Boy Returns WrestleMania, isn't it?
It is.
That's the reason I don't like this, and it's not because of the Hardy Boys. It's because that ramp is so stupidly high and so stupidly long. I get it. It looks nice. Again, this is a really, like, you can put all over 34. I'm going to put all over 33 here. It's that ramp. I just think it's like 40 foot high, and the elevation that they come down at, I was like, it's just so long. And I'm like, if Undertaker had a match, I think he did have a match, it would have taken him like 10 minutes to get down the thing. But look, dude, I know what you mean. It's got, like I said, I've just had a quick look because I couldn't remember off the top of my head. It's got the big globe yard than WrestleMania. It's got the roller coaster. It's got all the bells and whistles. It's nice. It's just that ramp. It really did put me off.
Well, I can say Taker's entrance was over 10 minutes long on that WrestleMania. And to be fair, most wrestlers had quite a long entrance as well. Goldberg was out of breath by the time we got to the ring as well to take on Brock Lesnar. But hey, it's not necessarily the best WrestleManias of all time that we've gone here with our selection of stages, but certainly a lot of fun indeed. Do you have any more honorable mentions?
My only other ones were 37, Tampa Bay, which is the one with the giant boat, because again, it's aesthetically, it fits where they are in the US, so it was great. And there was one more, but I can't remember the number. What was the one that had all like the building cutouts for it? And then when Kane makes his entrance, all the buildings are on fire. I can't remember what one it is now. I'll have to go. Can you talk about your one, and I'll have a quick look a second?
Well, WrestleMania 9 was my main honorable mention, I will be honest. Obviously, when you look at the sort of past WrestleManias, I do have a bit of nostalgia when it comes to like a WrestleMania 10. Like Madison Square Garden has always been special for me. The short ramp, the way the special doors were, the special logo over that door as well. It just felt very special in its own way. Obviously, they did the same for WrestleMania 20 as well. But a bit biased though. Love a bit of MSG.
It might actually be WrestleMania 20 that I'm thinking of, because it like the stage has just got cutouts of buildings and stuff like that. But then, like I said, they're all buildings, and when people come out, it's fine. But then Kane makes his entrance. I think Kane just makes that stage in particular his, because just all the buildings go up on fire. But I know what you mean. Madison Square Garden, you know what I mean? You know when you're in Madison Square Garden when you've got that short entrance, man.
Certainly is indeed. Well, I'll tell you what then. We've wrapped this one up in quite a quick time, but let's get your full list of Mount Rushmore WrestleMania sets and stages.
So my four for Mount Rushmore WrestleMania stages were WrestleMania 9, Caesar's Palace, again aesthetically, all aesthetics for me. WrestleMania 30, which was the three big X's, because just again the symmetry of the presentation, the color purple for some reason. 29 because it's the one that I feel that when you pay homage to where you are, that's the best done one. Brooklyn Bridge, Statue of Liberty, all bells and whistles. And then 34 because again, the Mardi Gras mask, the colors, it aesthetically fit where it was in the US.
Super great choices there indeed. So for me, WrestleMania X7, like I said, just the big tall stage and just that return to outdoor winners fit the Attitude Era vibe. WrestleMania 29, again, Brooklyn Bridge, Statue of Liberty, New York, New York. I'll be singing that one on karaoke later. When you've got, of course, the likes of WrestleMania 33, of course, the roller coaster, of course, and the globe that's behind the WrestleMania sign as well, and of course, WrestleMania 39. WrestleMania goes Hollywood, that big long red carpet, all just felt celebrity and felt special. That's our Mount Rushmore selections. Very easy for me to say, and I've got to say, this has been made before WrestleMania 41, and I've got a feeling they're going to go all out in Vegas.
If the match cards and how they're presented are anything like the stages, anything like them, because these match cards, the way they're done with the cards, this could be one of the best ones yet.
Looking forward to seeing it. Should be very special indeed. But what are your Mount Rushmore of WrestleMania stages? It's time for you to get involved now in the comments below. If you've enjoyed the video, hit the like button, share with a friend, and subscribe as well. All that good stuff. We'll see you for the next video. But in the meantime, if you want to see more, why not check out perhaps maybe our worst WrestleManias of all time, or more for the Mount Rushmore series. Both are popping up on the screen right now. Take care. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.